That's a lot of wood in
God,
Minecraft.
Yeah,
I've
that
been
would be
watching.
Minecraft. I'm
Hold
just
on,
playing. I've just been playing Pokemon while I've been like kind of doing two things at once. So while I'm collecting the rest of my Pokedex, I've been chopping wood for money in Skyrim.
Doesn't the new
Nice.
Pokemon come out soon?
Friday. Oh, that's Friday. 6 days from now.
It looks weird. I don't know. I'm recording, by the way. Welcome to another episode of Who's Your Next Podcast with Mikey, Tim, and the two curses. Anyways,
Sup.
This new Pokemon Arceus, essentially, from what I saw and what I've heard, is it's kind of like Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, it's open world, isn't it?
yeah.
Well,
Kind of like
it's open world too. It's not like Skyrim kind of open world, or it's more of, like I said, Monster Hunter. So you're gonna have like probably like a main base of operations, and then from there you're gonna have to go to different like areas. So you're gonna load into like the snowy tundra area, and it's gonna be like all of the snowy Pokemon. Like it's gonna be like a big area, I'm sure, but it's not like it's not like Skyrim, like where it's like one full world. There's gonna be like different regions almost that you have to go to. But still, I mean, I'm happy. I don't care. I've always wanted like a quote unquote open world Pokemon game, and this is it. So
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I've just been wanting a new Pokemon game in general. Like, not that I didn't buy the Pearl and Diamond remake.
should have. I'm almost
I
done
should
with
have.
that. 400, 450 out of 490.
I still haven't completed. I mean, I've beat Sword and Shield. I haven't gotten the Pokédex yet. So
The sword and shield. I mean, I beat the champion and stuff like that, but after I was done with that, I was all set. I was
I
didn't
like
really.
the DLC was fun.
I bought both DLCs. I never played either of them.
Wow, you need to go back and play them. The
Says
one Island of Armor wasn't that good, but the Tundra was really fun.
this guy who didn't get Brilliant Diamond and Pearl because he didn't like the originals.
I'd never played the original
ouch.
You
I
should
have
probably
no idea what you guys are
play it.
talking about.
Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in the
Anyways.
stupid Safari zone right now.
Gosh, you guys are nerds. Speaking of nerds, check this crap out.
That's
I was
our
told.
name.
I was told. Hold on. I was told by a female this last week that she did not want to date me because I'm a nerd.
Oh well, she can go fuck herself.
Well, I thought the same thing.
Chris with a K.
Yo,
I got Chris with a C dirty the other day in our Snapchat text. He was like,
why?
he said, "What a nerd," and I said, "What did I say, Chris? I forgot to save
I
it.
don't remember.
I said something along the lines of, you know, who's your nerd?"
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Say that.
I was like, "Yeah, I got him.
Got him.
Oh.
We're recording. This episode's going to be out early, so we're recording early because I don't know, just
Can.
time to do it.
I mean,
Well,
just like a day early, no biggie."
it's a couple days early.
A couple days early. But that's
Well,
all right.
you
We're
could
good.
put it out. You could put it out like the same time, Monday
Yeah, we can put it out Monday.
or tomorrow. It doesn't.
Why sit on it?
Yeah, you can put it out tomorrow. Who cares?
I have been
That's
busy.
our
I
asses.
have been quarantined, so I have been busy watching stuff.
Yeah, like speaking, I was gonna recommend Archive 81 last weekend, but we never got around to it.
Dude, I binge watched it in one day.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes before last week's episode, last week's recording.
It is so good.
But since then, I'm only up to I think I got episode 6, 7, and 8 left. So
Really, It's
Yeah.
really good. It really is.
Yeah, it's like I feel like every episode, uh, it it introduces new questions and then
Yes.
it doesn't answer anything else.
Right.
The previous question, it's like what the?
They wrap it up in episode 8 really well, but they've left it open where there's could be another season.
Oh man,
So I read it's on Netflix. Archive 81. It's about this girl who moves into this. Well,
It's only
it's about this guy who's been hired to fix. He fixes like old videotapes and things
restores
like
them. Yeah,
that.
he
Restores them. And he's been hired by this guy to watch these videotapes from this girl. And it's the story of this girl who moves into this building in New York City, and she's trying to track down her biological mom, and all kinds of crazy stuff happens in the building. There's like a cult, and it was built on a house that was burnt to the ground in the 1900s. It's really a really good show. I was impressed.
It doesn't really. I think the girl is familiar to me. I forget what she played in, but other than that, I don't recognize anybody.
I don't recognize
else.
anybody.
I'll have to
Oh.
look. I meant to look at where she was from, but I know she's familiar.
Let's see here where she's from.
But I mean, it's like a creepy, like supernatural-ish, like I guess like
Yes.
you said, there's a cult.
Oh,
to
she was
it.
in Daredevil.
Oh,
She was in Jack Ryan.
okay, that's maybe probably, and she was in Altered Carbon, but I think she probably played a voice or something.
That show needs to come back.
So, but like, yeah, this Archive 81, it's really trippy. There's so many layers to it.
Yeah.
And there's all these, I feel like these storylines they intertwine somehow, and like you said, like you have to wait until like you have to watch it all just to get the whole story.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't answer any questions.
It
just keeps on.
touched on it. My sum up was just,
Yeah.
my summary. I just touched on a little bit of it, but it's really really good. I mean,
Hopefully
I spent
can finish
8
it
hours
tomorrow.
watching it.
Hopefully I can watch an episode or two tonight, and then maybe finish it tomorrow. But right now, watching the playoffs, NFL playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing all day.
He's
I watched the
playoffs.
race from Daytona, the IMSA race from Daytona today. That was good. And then I've been watching football ever since. But I did watch another show. It's called, it is on Peacock. It is called Wolf Like Me.
Is it original then?
Yes.
What's it called?
Wolf Like Me.
I saw that on.
Sounds
Peacock.
familiar.
And it's got Josh Gad in it. Which I can think is kind of
Yeah.
a jerk off in real life, but it's got him and Isla Fisher. Isla Fisher was in Now You See Me. First one. She was in Wedding Crashers. Definitely maybe.
She's the redhead in Wedding Crashers.
Yes. Yeah, she's in Tag.
Tag is a great movie.
She's in Gatsby. She's the female magicianist in the female magician in Now You See Me.
Okay, yeah.
That's Isla Fisher. And she gets in a car accident and meets Josh Gad and his daughter. And she's got this secret. It's like she's real secretive. Like she'll only go to lunch. And you got to figure out why she only goes to lunch. She doesn't come out at night. You know, the title of the show hints at
Is it because the freaks come out at night?
Huh?
I said, is it because the freaks come out at night?
Sorta, yeah. But it's called Wolf Like Me. It don't have that many episodes. And they're only like 6 episodes, and they're like a half hour long. So it's very easy to binge watch.
What is it on Netflix?
No, it's on
Peacock.
Peacock.
Oh, Peacock.
It's a Peacock original, but it's really good. If Peacock's going to start doing originals like this, they're in good shape. Actually.
What's Peacock? NBC.
Peacock's NBC.
NBC.
I gotta say though, I got Peacock now. I am not. I like it, but I'm also not the most impressed by their selection. But I didn't like Disney Plus when it first came out, and I still don't. Paramount wasn't the best, but it's better now. So I guess you just gotta give them
Well,
time.
if you watch The Office, then you would
It
like
just it
The
really
Office
depends.
Parks-
on,
Parks and
yeah.
Recreation. You'd watch Peacock.
It depends on your shows though, because if
Yeah.
I didn't watch Star Trek, I would never watch Paramount. As
You're right.
as cool as their selection is, and all of those other shows that like those old Nickelodeon shows and stuff that
Yeah, I
are on
watched
there
SpongeBob on it.
that I
so.
would like love to watch and stuff like that. If I wasn't watching Star Trek like all the time, then I would never watch Paramount
Yeah,
because
I would have gotten rid of
it's
Paramount
all
by
of-
now. if it wasn't for
it's just
Star
all
Trek.
of like the shows like Hulu. I have Hulu just because it has things like Family Guy, American Dad, It's Always Sunny, a couple other like shows. If they lost they lost South Park and they almost lost me, but luckily they had enough other things to. I just went and got the HBO Max or whatever, so I could still watch
Dude, I
South.
love HBO Max.
HBO
HBO
Max.
Max is probably my favorite one.
It's the
right
best
now.
one. I don't watch my Disney that much. My stepson West in Florida, he watches Disney more than I do. So, but that's why I keep it. You know,
I have like 20 people on my Disney, so
he watches it.
I
all
might
the
just start
time.
charging everybody some rent.
If he's watching it, at least somebody's getting their money's worth out of
Yeah.
it. I watch it. Mainly watch the Disney stuff for the
Well,
for the Star Wars stuff.
I like the Star Wars stuff. I like on Disney. I like
So I'm saying if Disney didn't have
Pixar,
Star
so.
Wars, if Disney didn't have Star Wars,
Yeah, I mean that's
would
the
you guys
reality.
both still
I
have
would
I
still
would-
have. I would
I
still
wouldn't
have
buy it.
Disney. I would still have it for Marvel.
for Marvel? Okay.
Yeah,
They-
they got Marvel, but they need
they
to
have-
bring. When the Disney Channel was like in its early stages back in the 80s, they used to show the magical world of Disney, and they were TV shows that Disney created back in the 60s. So they had one about the Swamp Fox. Well, the Swamp Fox he's a real person. Actually, that's what Mel Gibson's character is based off of in The Patriot.
a lot of those old Disney characters are pretty racist.
Well, you had
But they give you a
Swamp Fox.
warning.
You had the Swamp Fox. You had Zorro, and I mean, you had a couple of other shows like that, and they were so good. We used to watch them like all the time. Like that was can't miss TV for us as a family growing up. And you know, it's funny. You know who played the Swamp Fox? It's just completely out of character. You would never think of who played Swamp Fox. Leslie Nielsen played the Swamp Fox.
I don't know that name off the top of my
Surely
head.
you can't. Surely you can't be serious.
I don't. I mean, I don't know many actors'
I am
names.
serious,
but-
and don't call me Shirley.
Wow, I just got an ad.
He was
for
the doctor
HBO.
in Airplane.
Leslie, what is it?
Leslie
Leslie
Nielsen.
who?
He was Frank
Leslie-
Drebin in The Naked Gun.
He's a classic comedian.
Yeah, and he was the
Mhm.
Swamp Fox, and it was like a serious role.
It's always weird when you see comedians in serious roles. I saw not even a serious role. I saw what's his face? Robin Williams stand up special of his, and it blew my
he's
mind
so
that he was
good.
cussing. Like legitimately, it blew my mind he was cussing. I was like, what the heck?
He was Mork and Mindy first. He was Mork and Mindy. He was on Mork and
I
Mindy.
don't think I don't think I've seen a single movie with this man in it.
But you've never seen Airplane
You've never seen
No.
Naked Gun?
or The Naked Gun
No, I've never seen Airplane.
or Dracula Dead and Loving It? He played
Never
Dracula.
seen.
It's a Mel Brooks movie.
Nope, never seen that.
Watch Naked
Gun.
Gun is on Netflix.
Scary,
Watch it.
Scary Movie 3 would probably be the.
Oh my
But I
God!
don't-
Watch
I don't even-
Airplane.
I don't even remember seeing Scary Movie like the first one. So
Watch Airplane and The Naked Gun. Actually, watch all three Naked Gun movies. Honestly,
The third one's not the best, but it's
no,
good.
but it's still funny.
Surf Ninjas kind of sounds familiar. Family Plan. I might have seen Family Plan. That's about it.
So that's funny. I've never seen Leslie Nielsen. You don't know who Leslie Nielsen is, and you've never seen the classics. Like Airplane's one of the most quoted classic movies of all time,
You probably quoted Airplane, Tim, and just didn't realize it.
right? You know, don't call me Shirley. I am I am serious. Stop calling me Shirley. Oh my-
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's in it.
Yeah, he plays.
He's
the
the co-pilot. So funny, weird story. Kareem's actual brother, it was a pilot, and my dad was friends with him. He flew with my dad, and my dad was friends with him.
Was his name Alcindor?
I don't remember, honestly.
I'm sure it was Abdul Jabbar.
You're
But he
crazy.
said he wasn't as tall as Kareem. So
Hi, baby.
Because in college, Kareem was a Kareem. Kareem was Lou Alcindor.
yeah. But my dad, apparently his brother was an actual pilot, and
Really?
my dad flew with him.
That's cool. Did your dad ever have to like throw somebody off a plane for being obnoxious and get the police after him?
Yeah.
That's cool.
My dad threw somebody off the plane because he had his gun on him.
Who? The guy?
Yeah, some guy had his gun on him somehow.
How the
got
hell
through-
did he get his gun past the you still
My
have
dad
it.
has no idea.
It
But
was a lot easier to. I don't know when
This
this
is-
was, but
my dad-
before
my dad
9/11,
retired
you could
because
do
of
whatever
9/11.
you want on a
Did
plane.
he really?
There was multiple other reasons, but like the main, he got tired of the extra security after 9/11.
I was gonna say before 9/11, it was very lax security at airports.
You still had to go through a metal detector and stuff and
Yeah.
empty your
There's plenty of ways like around that though.
a porcelain gun. Or,
Yeah, just like I'm sure a billion different ways that I can't even think of that people used to. Because before 9/11, it was like a free for all.
Yeah. So you know how there's no commercial flights from the U.S. to Cuba?
yeah.
My dad was the first one to fly from Indianapolis to Havana
Why is there
nonstop.
no commercial flights from the U.S. to Cuba?
It was an embargo for
Yeah, there's an
ever.
embargo.
There
There
still
is
should be
now.
an embargo as far as I'm concerned.
I think
Oh,
there
you-
are some now, but not as much.
There's not as much, but there's still. I think there should be.
I thought you meant like right now.
No, there's certain parts of Cuba you can go to, right?
Yeah, but it's still people don't suggest going to Cuba because you're American.
It's
The
like
people
anywhere in the
love you,
world.
but the government
But couldn't
the government might do
It's like
something.
anywhere in the world.
don't planes go like everywhere though? I mean, like I don't work at like an air traffic control thing.
Since
But
okay, when Castro was in power in Cuba,
But
there was an
if you went, like,
embargo, a huge embargo.
Yeah,
So nobody, and he shut the country down. He didn't even want people coming in.
yeah.
oh, so it was hidden.
No, it was us too.
It was us too. We have a big trade embargo because they're a communist country.
Yeah, but like so is China, and you could fly to China.
But China's not 60 miles off the coast.
Yeah, 90 miles off the coast.
Whatever.
Not yeah.
Yeah, it is off of Alaska's coast.
No, that's Russia.
Ah, bitch! I was hoping you wouldn't think of that.
No, but
as I said it,
Tim-
I was like, "Ooh, fuck, Russia."
didn't you hear about like the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't you know
I
history?
didn't. Yeah, I just didn't know that that they locked down. Like we're not again, we're not like allies.
We're not allies with Cuba. No, we're not. No, I mean
When-
we're a little better now than we used to.
Well,
We're not
because
allies with plenty of
but not
countries. And
really.
you can still fly to them. You can still go there.
weird thing is we're actually allies with Vietnam now. Because
That was
Vietnam
never our
hates
war
China.
anyway.
Yeah, and Vietnam and China hate each other, and we're like, well, we can be friends with Vietnam.
How do you? That's like Vietnam. That's like Vietnamese people coming over here to America and fighting in the Civil War. How do you know what side is on? Who's on what side? Everybody, because they all look it's the same people.
Yeah,
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So
but
Or the enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
we both work.
well, we'll be fighting Russia here soon. So.
Yeah, they
If
shut the embassy. Didn't they evacuate the embassy?
Russia
US
evacuated embassy. We've shut down our embassy.
No,
Britain, France, and Germany all
yeah, the
are starting
Ukraine
to shut down.
evacuated our embassy.
Yeah. The U.S. intelligence is saying that Russia will stage a false flag event within the next couple months.
Where
A false flag event, to those who don't know, is basically, I would say Marco Polo Bridge, but I doubt anyone knows what the Marco Polo Bridge incident was. Think what a lot of people think of 9/11 was.
Is it
It's
people
an-
who cheated in the swimming pool game?
Yeah. No, the Marco Polo Bridge incident is the incident that Japan used to attack China in World War II. World War II, technically, if you count China and Japan fighting, started like 4 years earlier, before Germany invaded Poland.
Oh, Poland. It's a mess. But hey, we're building everything back better, and so we're all good.
Yep, $8 for a pound of hamburger, $3.25 for gas.
Somebody made a big deal. I saw on Twitter today, and I responded. And this guy, he goes to Chipotle like 3 times a week, right? Or 5 times a month.
How do you?
Oh my God!
Okay.
He needs some Chipotle.
Hang on a second. So he goes in 5 times. He goes in 5 times a month to Chipotle, and he gets the beef burrito. And he went in there, and they raised the prices to $9. So he's like, I'm not going to go there anymore. And people were giving the guy crap because he's like some big Wall Street investor, millionaire, whatever. And I'm like, but to me, it doesn't matter how much money you make. I can afford a $9 burrito, but do I want to pay $9 for a burrito? They're like, well, he didn't have a problem with the $8 burrito. Well, maybe he doesn't think the burrito's worth $9.
Yeah.
I mean, does everybody upsize to 59 cents more when they get a value meal? No. If it's $7.50, then it becomes $8.09.
That's like the people at like when I go into Burger King though, that are or like wherever, and it's like, oh, it's like the old people, like, oh, I want a Whopper. Do you want cheese with it? Yeah, it's 10 cents. Oh, then I don't want it. You're really not going to put cheese on your burger because it's 10 extra cents?
It's more like 60 cents.
Come on.
Well, it is 60 cents for a piece of cheese. You know how many slices of cheese you can buy at the grocery store for like $2?
It's 10 cents here. Yeah, but you're not going to a grocery store if you want to go to a grocery store.
Because that stuff adds up after a while.
Kimberly and I went to Hacienda a couple weeks ago, and I got sour cream, and it cost like 50 cents or something. And I was like, why does it cost 50 cents for sour cream? And Kimberly made a good point. It was like, why shouldn't they charge? It costs them money to buy sour cream.
I mean, like, I'm the kind of person that whenever when we get food at work or like as a group, it's like people get like, oh, small subs, small subs, small subs. I'm just going to get a big sub because it's like $2 or $3 more as opposed to $7. I'm spending 10 and I get.
But some people don't do that.
I get an extra third or something like that.
I mean, I can't justify anymore. I can't justify, even though I'm hungry, going through the Burger King line because I don't want to pay $8 or $9 for a Whopper value meal. That's too much. That's way too much.
I mean,
you're getting a hamburger and French fries.
My favorite.
I feel like all of those meals are bullshit. That's why I just get like I'll get like a rodeo. Like the dollar, the most I'll do is get a Whopper Junior, but those are still like $2.79. They're like way too expensive. I'll get like just a rodeo, like 3 rodeo cheeseburgers, and it comes out to like $5. It's like I think 3 rodeo cheeseburgers is exactly $5, or probably not anymore because of the prices going up. But
if it's 50 cents here, $1 there, 75 cents here, over a week that adds up. Over a month.
Stop getting fucking fast food every day. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. I don't, but some people do. But
for those people where it like adds up, it shouldn't add up that much because you shouldn't be getting that much.
Right, but I mean, when is it? Well, it's only $1. Well, when is $9 too much for a burrito? Because that's a lot of money for a burrito. I can go to a Mexican restaurant and get a burrito with a salad and chips and salsa for $9. You know what I mean?
You got to remember, these people that are saying this are probably the same people that are like, well, I paid $900 for my, I'm willing to pay extra for my Apple.
Oh, this guy is a millionaire, but I don't think it's the point of the money. I think it's the point of, it's the reality of
a millionaire wasting his money.
Well, they don't make money by, they're not millionaires because they spend stupidly.
Yeah, but you're not spending stupidly if you spend an extra $1 on your dinner.
But when is it too much? You can go buy something better. I can get Why go?
I go
Why
to
not-
Applebee's and spend the same amount I go to Wendy's.
it's going to call me. It's going to cost me $9 at Burger King for a Whopper value meal, right? I can go to Applebee's for 13, get a better cheeseburger, and get a better tasting French fry for cheaper, or not cheaper, but maybe $1 or two more.
But
Yeah.
but that's all right. So $9 for that Whopper. So if that Whopper meal was $8, you're telling me that you would go to Burger King over Applebee's.
$8. No, that's why $8 is too much. $8 is where they start. But
No, I'm just saying, like, if it's only an increase of $1 or whatever, then it's
when is
still
it ever going to be? When is it?
to
It's
Yeah,
always going to
what-
be. Well, it's just this much more. It's just that much more because I don't get a Whopper. I get a Whopper with cheese. Then I might upsize it so I can get a bigger drink because the one that comes with it ain't big enough because they load
there
it
is,
so
like,
full of ice.
a point at which though, then all right, now it's too much. Because if it went to like $12, well, last year it was 8. I'm not going to get it now because that's way too
That's
much.
exactly right.
But if it's just $1, if the difference is $8 or $9 as opposed to going to Applebee's and spending 14 or something like that, then
When I used to buy chicken wings, they were $9 a bag. Then I went back and they were $11.52. It took me a month or two to buy them because that's a lot of money. $1.50 for that. It went up. Everything else went up as well. So it's not just. I don't think it's just the idea of the burrito being $9. I think it's a lot of money for a freaking burrito from Chipotle. And I think I think you're just going to start seeing people spending their money, more wisely. Oh, it's only $9 for a burrito. Like I said, I can go to a Mexican restaurant and get a burrito with beans and rice and free chips and salsa for $10.
yeah, but
That's
the
the
difference
difference
is
there.
you're gonna have to sit and it's not fast food though. You're gonna have to sit
Right.
and wait
So
for your food.
right. Exactly.
So
That's what I'm saying.
so there
He's
so
not going
there
to go there and get fast food. He'd rather go home and cook than he would to spend that $9 there. He can go out to eat and get it something else.
I
Get
I
it
feel like
better
I
for
could make my own burrito for less
it's
than
just
$9.
like
exactly.
do I want to cook tonight or do I want someone else to cook for me? So the little extra money that you spend is just
Well,
convenience.
I'm sure he could DoorDash it and get a better tasting food and pay a
DoorDash
couple
is like
dollars
the
more.
expensive. If you want to talk about a ripoff, let's talk about DoorDash being like
DoorDash is a fucking rip,
It's
but I
such
use it all the time.
like you it's literally just for people like lazy. It's just like being like lazy because
Well,
you can
don't say
DoorDash
lazy because
I wouldn't
without
say lazy.
like
not
Chris
lazy.
has been stuck at home for 2
Okay,
weeks now.
so for Chris that it's good for you, but think of all of you're essentially paying double for like
Well,
easily paying double no matter what you get between like the
well, I
door
don't think it's double. I think it depends on where you're getting it from too. Whatever the delivery fees are. Some delivery fees are only 99 cents. But
no way.
yes,
No,
I
He's
paid
still
99
early
cents.
on DoorDash.
I
He's
paid
got
99 cents for my delivery fee yesterday. Plus, they're always running promotions for free delivery at certain restaurants.
Yeah, but then you got a tip.
Do you know who uses that DoorDash though? Like, and I didn't know this. The people that ride our bus that can't get out,
yeah.
like can't get out at night or on the weekends. They use DoorDash quite a bit. Now, me and Chris were talking about this morning. I'm not gonna order 2 Big Macs and DoorDash it because that's a waste of money.
That's
I
what I'm
ordered
saying,
from.
like the couple times I've DoorDashed, I wanted to like make sure that it was.
It was worth it. I ordered from
I-
Applebee's a couple weeks ago, and I got a chicken sandwich with French fries, and it was really, really good. So I'm glad I DoorDashed that. And then yesterday I ordered from a pizza place, Bruno's Pizza here in town. I got a meatball sub, but I got another sandwich with it, and I just heated it up in the oven tonight for dinner because it fed me for 2 days, and I didn't feel like I got ripped off by spending $5 between tip and delivery fee for a $6 sandwich.
My biggest issue with DoorDash is the drivers can see. I know you're supposed to tip them. You should tip them, but I hate that the drivers can see the tip amount before they take your tip. I
Yeah.
watch some stuff on TikTok and YouTube.
You see those
These
videos?
people denying doing trips,
Yeah.
doing pickups because well, I'm not going to go take this order because I'm not being tipped enough.
You should tip them.
Well, yeah, I tip them. I
You
tip
should
them,
tip
but
'em, I saw one
I
that was-
tip them based on how much my order is, not how much the full order is after the delivery fee and everything. So
Well, like
if
right
it's
here, I have two-
if it's $16, if my food is $15, $16, I'll tip them $3 or $4 because that's 20%.
So like right here, I have two things in this cart from Friendlies. 2 sandwiches, 13 a piece.
what's
14.
Friendlies?
It's like
Oh
it's an
man,
ice
Friendly's is good.
it's like an ice cream place, but they have like sandwiches and burgers and stuff like that.
Okay.
But so it's 27.37 subtotal for my two things.
So tip them six,
Golly.
so
Two-
just tip them $6.
$2.99 delivery fee
How much?
plus $2.99 delivery fee.
That's not bad.
Plus $6.03 for fees and estimated tax.
Well, you got to pay tax. That's right.
Okay, so that brings it to $36.39, and then you're gonna have to tip like at least like $5 or $6.
$5, 20. That's what I said. Tip $5 for
So it's
$6.
Golly.
$42
That's nuts.
for 2 sandwiches. That's what I mean. Like how it's like wicked expensive.
Fucking
Like,
nuts.
Yeah, but
So
if you order a pizza,
Yep.
you're still you can't get a pizza with free delivery anymore. You're gonna pay
I
delivery fee
I
for
ordered
pizza.
Domino's last night. Let me tell you what I got. I got a medium 2-topping pizza. I got a buffalo chicken oven baked sandwich, whatever it is. Jalapeno bacon breadsticks and the specialty chicken. And my order came out to 40 even. And they
damn.
brought it to my house. And they brought it to my house. And that was with me tipping like $5 or something like that.
Exactly. So what's I think people
but
make a big deal out about
I got a pizza, a sandwich, breadsticks, and chicken for 28.50 or $30 or something like that. And then over here you get, because it's DoorDash, it's $30 for 2 sandwiches. So I mean, it's just because of the fees or whatever. They like screw you up.
I would only
Well-
do DoorDash if I was in a bigger town, a bigger
Yeah.
city. If I lived in Indy or if I lived in New York, there.
Well,
I
yeah,
would
you got
do-
a point there, Mikey. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I used it because I couldn't get out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine.
I-
But I can get out, and it's a small enough town. There's no traffic hardly.
You can get
I'm
anywhere in
not-
town.
I
in
mean,
15 minutes.
Yes, in Kokomo, yeah, you can get anywhere in about 15 minutes.
But
I
I
mean-
do think people blow the whole DoorDash delivery fees out of proportion, but they have no problem ordering pizza and having it delivered.
Yeah, I got a Pizza Hut big dinner box earlier this week.
Like
Came
Chris
came with
was
the
saying, the only
medium
difference.
pizza, breadsticks, Cinesticks for yeah for $20.
The
That
only
includes-
difference is like
that
a pizza
includes-
delivery guy isn't going to, like, his job depends on him ordering that, like bringing that food to you. Like Chris said, DoorDash people can just be like, even if you tipped enough, they could just be like, I don't think you tipped enough, and just decide to not get your food, and they have no repercussions at all.
Well, you get a refund, don't you? Of course, but
No, I
you
mean,
just
you'll-
don't get the food.
You're just not going to get the food, but then that kind of just like, if
Defeats
you were
the
waiting
purpose.
like a half hour or something for your food.
I when I broke my foot, I really wanted some Cracker Barrel. So I ordered myself some Cracker Barrel,
Like,
and
in that movie, waiting enough times to know that people can right in your
Hey, what the heck?
Right?
but I ordered Cracker
Fit-
Barrel,
food.
and they took it. They took the Cracker Barrel. It was picked up, and they didn't get. And the lady went and picked up 2 or 3 other meals, and took them to their food first, and then brought me mine. And my Cracker Barrel was cold when I got it. And that's why I wish I could tip after the fact. After
Yeah,
I got
I
my
agree with that.
Now, apparently, from what I heard, you could be like, "Hey, I don't know if you can message them, or you can be like, hey, I'm gonna tip you more so you can bring it here faster. Like, hey, I'm gonna give you $20 if you want to bring it to me within like 10, 15 minutes where it's hot.
Like if you get here super fast, I'll give you
Yeah.
a gram.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean,
Like I don't have money, but I have
I
other
hear
things
that's a
I
move.
can trade with.
Sexual favors.
No, not sexual favors.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant, Tim. My bad.
No.
Well, I just noticed when we're on IMDb, it looks pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure they probably announced this before, but they just came out with the Amazon Prime Video. They just kind of released like a teaser trailer for the Lord of the Rings series they're doing, or the movie or whatnot.
I knew they were doing a TV series.
That came out. That video came out last night or this morning. I can't remember.
Yeah, the Rings of Power.
Yeah.
I thought that sounded cool.
September 2nd is the release date for that.
Oh my
Lord of the Rings.
God! Really?
Yeah.
They're done filming, I think, now, but they're doing all like the editing and stuff.
When does the Game of Thrones thing come?
I think we're supposed to get it it's supposed to be like next year this time.
Next year?
I think that's what I remember seeing.
I forget what it's called. I'll look it up.
Something
That's gonna be a big one.
Game of Thrones prequel. House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
It comes out 2022.
Oh, yes, that's this year. It's probably like fall, probably.
Chris,
Oh, I'm
did
trying
you
to-
see the path
it
for all?
Also, it's 2022. Early. It says early
Yeah.
2022, but I don't believe that. I'd say
Yeah, it's
maybe
probably
summer or fall.
maybe April, because I think that's when usually Game of Thrones usually does come out. It's like April-ish.
Well, except for that last season. The last season I thought came out like the winter, in the fall.
Yeah.
What did you say, Tim?
Have you seen the path for the rest of the year for the Star Treks?
Yeah. Discovery
Like,
comes back soon. Not March. February is when Picard starts back up, and then Strange New Worlds is in the summer.
It's January. Well, it's already the 22nd. So the 27th is one the 9th episode of Prodigy, and then February 3rd is the 10th, and then on that on February 10th it's Discovery's Part 2 coming up, and then March 3rd is Discovery and Picard on the same day, and then the next week will be Discovery Picard. The next week will be Discovery Picard, and then that'll be the last episode of Discovery. Then Picard keeps going until May 5th, and then on May 5th is the season finale of Picard and the season premiere of Strange New Worlds, and that goes all the way into July 7th. And then Lower Decks. That season 3 is late August, and then Prodigy, which I assumed would be over after this 10 episodes, but it says season 1 part 3 will return in late 2022.
Oh my God, that's too much.
So you got
I-
like Star
I-
Trek for like the next like straight like 4 months or something
I
like
would
that.
say every February, March, April, May, June, July. So
Golly.
there'll probably be like a month without Star Trek, and then Lower Decks season 3 will run for 10 episodes.
Can I
And,
just say Lower Decks is probably one, if not the best thing to happen to Star Trek in a while. Like I love Discovery, I love Picard, but I thought Lower Decks was so much better.
It's great comic relief.
Yeah.
It's very like lighthearted. Like it's funny. It's great like homages to old episodes, and they have plenty of like funny little small references and big references. I love Discovery.
That's good.
I just hope Picard is better. It's not that I didn't think the first season of Picard was bad, but it had the same fault of any other Star Trek. The first season was not what I wanted, or not the best.
I'm just afraid that I feel like they're gonna have to finish make season 3 the last season of Picard, just for the sheer fact that Patrick Stewart is old, very old.
Patrick
Because-
Stewart is finally as old as he looks.
Because there would be, I mean,
Yeah, they would have retired his ass if he was in real life a Starfleet captain.
the, Well,
in
he's-
real in Star Trek time, he's like over 100 years old. If I
See,
remember
that's
right.
just-
well,
that's
in
insane.
Star Trek, people live to be like at least 150, 160, something
Yeah.
like that. And
Only reason he's not in
He's a
Star
B-
Trek or Starfleet
he's a
anymore is because
B now though, or he's an android now. So
yeah, he's an android now.
Not
Oh
a-
shit! Seriously? Oh my god!
not a-
Anything
not a droid,
for them to
he's a-
make something go on and on and on and on. It's
He's a synth. Okay, says Star Wars, who never fucking ends. I don't want to hear it from you. Climb down Peanut Gallery. Okay? They had to fabricate a
We're
whole
talking
new
about
story
a real science fiction series
Ray-
here.
with Ray, and they even had to bring Mark Hamill back because they knew that they needed a hook for their old show. So they brought back classic Harrison Ford.
That's why that Star Trek has never brought back William Shatner, and then they had to kill him off.
They brought Picard back.
And
brought back
Riker.
Shatner
They're
first.
bringing everybody back.
Yeah,
Like, legit,
so-
everyone's coming back.
Isn't Kate Mulgrew coming back too?
She's already back.
She's
Oh my God! See,
Prodigy.
it's imagine they had to bring all these old people back to make the series legitimate.
Well,
Yeah.
no, the
That's
best series doesn't have anybody
unbelievable.
from the
Too bad
originals.
it's actually a series and not just 3 shitty movies.
You mean 9 shitty movies?
No, I like the.
I know.
Even some of the. A couple
You're
of the.
lucky we're skyping this because you about
A
got
couple of
punched.
the-
You're getting air
couple of the
punched right
new
now
ones.
for saying 9 shitty movies.
No. A
Not
couple of the new ones.
I'm
Oh,
trolling.
I like a couple of the new ones, but like
I-
the spin-off one and
Hold
I'm
up.
just-
Rogue One was probably the top
Rogue One is so freaking good.
top 3
just I
Star
feel
Trek
like it
Star Wars
doesn't.
movies. I'm getting my
Easy.
stars all mixed up.
Not how it's like half a Star Wars movie.
It is. That is insane. That is no. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
You
It's
don't
half
need
a Star Wars
Jedis in
movie?
the Force to make a Star Wars movie.
Oh my God!
Yes, you do.
No, you don't need
I like
space
Force Awakens.
wizards.
I really
that
enjoyed
means
Force
you just
Awakens.
take
I really
any-
enjoyed it.
So you can just make any single movie about anything that happens in the Star Wars universe, and you're going to call it a Star Wars movie. That's like saying that you can make a
They
Star
built
Trek
the
episode.
it's the way they built the Death Star and answer the question of why were they able to destroy it so easily? Why did the Empire put that in?
One vulnerable hole.
I mean, they-
Professor Farnsworth already
was
said
the
that.
you know what that was the biggest question
Vulnerable
forever
hole.
was how did the Empire allow the Death Star to get destroyed so easily?
It
I mean,
had
they-
a vulnerable opening.
Question: why was it so vulnerable? Bam! Question answered. Rogue One. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they made Han Solo without like Jedi's and the Force, right? They didn't
Yeah, and
have anything.
arguably it did really bad, but as I've watched it again,
it's still
a
shitty movie.
it's better than what the first time I saw it. so.
It's as bad the second time as it was the first.
I don't mind it. I thought it was better.
It's like trying to watch episode 1 again. It just gets worse every time I
Oh
watch it.
no.
I love
The
episode one.
frickin' that stupid ass Roger Rabbit wannabe alien with his comic book cartoon caper clumsiness that saves the frickin' rebellion or whatever.
Deus Ex Machina. It's been around forever.
It's just
All I
bad.
hear is complain.
Complain. Let's complain. Let's complain how the new Batman movie is going to be 2 hours and 47 minutes long.
We'll
Tell
just
me
stop-
why that's an issue when the Avengers was
Because
long.
this is the issue. Because when
And you, hold
Hey,
on.
you
And
hold
you
on,
love
you
the
want to know the answer?
4-hour-long Justice
Yeah,
League
it's
movie.
4 hours. By the time you go to the movie theater, because you got to get there 30 to 40 minutes before a movie starts, so you get shitty seats. That's a fact. Then you got to wait through 25 minutes of previews. So you're talking an hour right there, and the movie hasn't even started yet. Then you got another. Hold on. then you've got a 3-hour movie essentially, because more than likely there's a thing at the end of the trailer or at the end of the credits you want to watch, right? It's 2:47, and that doesn't include the credits. You can't go to a 7 o'clock movie and get out at 9 and go eat dinner somewhere. No, because a 7 o'clock movie turns into a 10:30, quarter to 11 movie now. That's what
Why
the
do you
problem
go
is.
so early and get your seats?
Sometimes you can't go early. That's what I'm saying. Plus, if
No,
you're
I'm
going out on a date, if you're taking a significant other, you're going to go to a 7 o'clock show. You can't get off of work at 5.
I have more people in my city than you have in 3 of your cities that are near you.
You
And
cannot get off of work at 5 o'clock, go home, clean up, go to dinner, and go to a 7 o'clock show, then get out at 11. Then your evening is done. The
Well,
day
I'm
of
just saying,
days
why do
of
you-
going to, and it's not
so-
just Batman. It's like this with so many movies. They're so unnecessarily long.
movie theater's so packed that you guys need to go or you're gonna get bad seats.
Actually, no, it's just our theaters aren't very big. So you need to, if you want the seats you want and you don't want to be stuck on. I like to get there early because I don't like people dictating where I sit. I want to sit wherever I want to sit. And if you don't get there early enough, no. If you get there 10 minutes before the movie starts, you're sitting in the lower section.
Well, I mean,
With
like,
most, with
I was
movies
never-
that
With the
open up.
plebs, you're sitting in the
not-
lower section.
and see a movie on the first day it comes out just for that specific reason because I don't want 7,000 friggin' people in the
But,
movie at the same time.
but then you risk spoilers.
So
You almost have to go opening weekend to avoid spoilers.
you just don't stop looking at shit online.
So it's just it's way too long. And I will make a list of movies that are just a little over 2 hours or less, and you can't tell me that these movies are awesome. Speaking of the movies you go down on the dick of, Star Trek. Let's go to Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan,
Nobody's
an
going to
hour. Hold on. Wrath of
Khan.
Khan is an hour and 53 minutes. Star Trek 4 was an hour and 59 minutes. Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man, 2 hours and 1 minute. Batman, the original Batman, 2 hours and 6 minutes. That's the Michael Keaton.
Are you saying these movies are too long?
No, not the movies I'm listing now. These are perfect running times.
I was gonna say like I said before, like 90 minutes to 2 hours.
To 2 hours, right? Die Hard's 212. So let me rush. These are great movies. Hold on. These are great movies that came out in the 80s. And listen to the running times. Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Hour and 47 minutes. The Running Man, an hour and 41 minutes. Beverly Hills Cop, an hour and 45. Lethal Weapon, an hour and 49. Roadhouse, the greatest Patrick Swayze movie in the
Hell
history of
yeah!
Patrick Swayze
Hell
movies.
yeah!
An hour and 54 minutes. There is no reason that every movie has to feel like it's an epic movie, because that's exactly what they're trying to do.
The only defense that I'll give for the Marvel movies is that they tend to have a lot of loose threads that they have to like tie up, and then other threads that they loosen for the next movie. If you know what I mean.
What was the third Batman movie?
In those movies,
The Dark Knight Rises.
yeah, Rises. It's the one with one with
Bane.
Joker, right?
Bane.
Okay, yeah, that was 244. That
I
movie
mean-
was about 35 minutes too long.
Yeah, that was because half
That's what I'm saying. How much of these movies
is
they can't cut 30 to 40 minutes out of these movies and say, okay. I mean,
I bet-
honestly,
just take out I'm Batman, and that would probably save like 25 minutes right there.
I mean,
Nah. I like
Suicide
it. That
Squad.
was one of my
The latest
favorites.
Suicide Squad was 212. But I think that if you can't get your story across in
Any-
90 minutes to 2 hours, The Godfather was an epic because that book was humongous and it had a lot to cover, and they still didn't cover everything.
I don't know.
But
I think
that's an epic. There's movies there's movies that should be epic proportion, and they're going to be longer than others. But does
Anybody
every
here
damn
Dystopia?
superhero movie got to be 2.5 hours or longer?
anybody ever seen Dinotopia?
No.
That was one of my favorite movies to watch as a kid, and I could never watch it at once because it's literally 6 hours long.
Oh my god.
What?
I don't, my hands aren't near my phone right now, so hold
Holy
on.
shit.
I'll look at like the real runtime, but it was such a good movie.
No, this is split up in 3 episodes.
I think
It's a mini series.
I had the VHS or whatever, and it was all on one.
Yeah, it says it's a TV miniseries though. So I mean, I guess.
Oh yeah, maybe it was. I must have all just because I had the movie on VHS.
I mean,
Yeah.
the original Halloween movie was only 90 minutes long. It got its story across. The original Scream was an hour and 51.
I'm just saying, if it's over 3 hours, then I would be cautious of it. But it's like nowadays, I think movie going is kind of like a whole. It's turned into maybe like a whole event. Like you go there to watch the movie. You don't go there to do anything really else.
Right,
I mean,
but
it's
God,
not like
it's not.
No.
Let's go to a movie and then go do this. It's you're stuck at the theater for half a day.
Well, that's the same with like I said, it's a whole event.
But it didn't used to
If you
be
go
that.
if you go to a baseball game or if you go to like any kind of sports event, yeah, that's going to take up the whole day, and I think that's what movie going is now.
I mean, it
But
shouldn't.
I would rather go to a 12 o'clock show, get out at 2 o'clock, maybe go out and do a little bit of shopping, go out to dinner. Now you go to the movie and then you go out to dinner, and by then you're tired because you sat for 4 hours in a freaking movie, and then you sat and ate dinner and you're ready to go home and go to bed. I just think movie run times everybody is trying to make an epic. Nobody, and maybe that's the problem with movies these days, is everybody's trying to make an epic. They're not just making movies to entertain us. When do we can't we get a movie that just entertains us? I mean, honestly, it's hard to find a movie like that.
I don't know. I think that's what they're doing now. I mean, yes, they're long, but they're also entertaining. And you can't deny they're not entertaining.
Mikey, me and you went and seen Freaky. Remember when we went and saw Freaky?
Yeah.
Great movie, right? A lot of fun. Hour and 42 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. That's all you need. You don't need a 3-hour epic. You don't need to make it an all-day epic.
You don't need to go watch those then. You don't need to go watch those 2.5 hours.
Boom. But Happy Death Day, an hour and 36 minutes. I'm going to go see a freaking... I'm still going to go see a Batman movie.
Yeah, okay. Then stop complaining about it. If you're still going to go watch it, don't complain about it.
Well, I can't complain about it because it's just too damn long.
Would you rather a movie be too short and you're like, well, they didn't figure this out, they didn't solve this issue, or would you rather a movie be too long?
I would.
Where you're like, well, they could have cut this part out, but it's okay.
Well, when I went to see The Dark Knight Rises, I thought it was way too long, and it could have cut about a half hour, 45 minutes out of it. Honestly.
Yeah, but let's ask an honest question. Does a movie that's too short and doesn't answer questions bother you more than a movie that's too long and has?
I don't. No, I can go see a movie that's 85 minutes long and be entertained.
Yeah, as long as it's entertaining, I don't care. Me some explosions and shit.
I don't know. If I'm gonna pick, I would honestly rather pick something a little longer because I don't want to have issues of they didn't figure this part out, or it just
But But not everybody wants to go to. I mean, you're going to take a girl to a movie, especially. You've got to be more selective, honestly. If your girlfriend or wife or whatever isn't into superhero movies, you're going to go see them with your buddies, and you're not going to go see them with her. And maybe you want to go to the movie with her.
Now, I mean,
honestly, where are the 90-minute comedies? I just looked up One Crazy Summer with John Cusack. It had John Cusack and Demi Moore in it. Came out in the 80s. Hour and 33 minutes.
There's not a lot of comedy movies out there anymore.
No, there's not.
They don't make comedy.
Because everybody wants to make an epic. That's why.
Well, and everything's going to like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and I mean, like, how many of these crazy? It reminds me of that South Park episode where Cartman's like, Netflix is buying any series,
Yeah.
any series. Like,
Uh,
they're really just. I mean, especially because that's what they like talk about with the new like iPhone or whatever is you can shoot like movie quality video
Yeah.
with your iPhone. So now you have, you know, Tim, Chris, and Mikey that decide to make a movie, and all we need is a couple iPhones to shoot said movie and pitch it to Netflix, and it get a 13 episode series plus a movie spin-off or something like that.
All I'm saying is I don't want to have to. I don't want to go to the movie I don't want every time I go to the movie to be an event. Like that's all I do. I want it to be part of my day.
Like if you go to I mean,
Ghostbusters was only 2 hours and 4 minutes. The newest Ghostbuster movie.
Well, okay, hold on. The
2
greatest movie of all time, Shrek, was an hour and 30 minutes long.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. 90 minutes is the golden.
It's all you need, man. It really is. It's all you need.
I'll take it or leave it.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I think we can compromise and be like, yeah, I know there's a lot of previews. It's hard. I get what you're saying, like, because the previews are like I used to work there. They're at least like 20 minutes long,
Right.
average.
Does that count in the runtime of the movie?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But it's like you have to get there before the previews in order to get a good seat. Yeah, you don't have to like that counts. It counts as being there for
Yeah.
for 3.5 hours with the movie and the previews. So I mean, like, yeah, you can always show up late and just get there right after the previews or something, and just show up for the movie. But you're not always gonna get a good seat unless you
Right.
go later in the few weeks after it's released. So I mean, but
Joker was only 2 hours and 2 minutes.
I mean, you guys say good seat, like there's tons of bad seats in your movie theater.
I don't know. I'm really not
I am
particular
picky about
it,
where I sit in a movie theater. I
Same.
don't want to sit. I don't want to sit way up high, and I don't want to sit.
I don't
where
mind
I'm not.
high.
I don't want. I want to. I don't want to sit where I'm not elevated.
I wouldn't want to like sit up front, but I mean, I'm trying to picture you guys as movie theaters, and what is like the capacity? Like 25 people?
No,
but
The-
you have maybe what 15 rows that go up on the steps, right? Maybe 15.
Are we talking like the big
I would
theater
probably
room or the
say-
small?
I would probably
It
say
does. I
15
don't
to
know. I'm
20.
guessing
I'd probably say 15 to 20. Yeah.
15 to 20 that elevate, right? And then the rest are at the bottom. Well, our seats are what 20 across.
Like I would say the average movie theater around here that has like, you know, multiple movies going at one time. I'm trying to like just count the seats in my head, and just like a ballpark, I would say like an easy 150 to 200 people.
Yeah,
I mean, our theaters
I think our biggest theater is like a 2. If
I
I
think-
remember right, it's like a 211 or something like that. Some
Really?
weird number. I think that's the biggest
But
theater.
I mean,
like,
and you
or
know,
seven.
the difference is, you know, if you want to go during the week, yeah, it's great to go during the week because you don't have to show up as early, you know, or show up earlier to go to an earlier show, or wait 2 weeks after it premieres. But
Yeah.
I mean, are we really gonna wait 2 weeks to go see a
No,
Batman movie?
No, wait.
No,
I'm gonna go see it within the first weekend. I don't care.
Exactly. That's the thing. So I'm not saying I bet you I can watch this Batman movie and I could probably cut 30 minutes out of it. Easy. Because running time of the Batman movie is 247, right? I just looked up The Godfather. The runtime of The Godfather is 255.
But how do you know this movie's not going to be epic? How do you know, like,
It very well could, but I mean, we know the story. We know is this another origin story? Or are we getting, or is this?
no,
this
this
is
is like
the
Batman
detective
in the first
Batman,
couple
right?
of years as
Okay.
he's learning how to be Batman.
Then it doesn't. I honestly think that 247 is too long to be telling this story.
But he's
If it's
going to
that
be
long-
fighting multiple villains.
If it's
Got
that,
Penguin,
plus think about it.
Riddler.
This isn't even the director's cut. I'm sure.
Where does this
Well, it's
Batman
not a Zack
fall?
Snyder.
Can't we make 2 Batmans out of it if you've got that much footage? That's what they did. You know what they did? Hold on a second. A perfect example. Perfect example. So, where's that? Hang on a second.
Hang
Back
on.
to the Future 2, right? Back to the Future. So they did Back to the Future 2, right? It was an hour and 48 minutes. They filmed Back to the Future 2 and 3 at the same time. Did they make it one big ass epic movie with Back to the Future 2 and Back to the Future 3, which was an hour and 58 minutes? Back to the Future 3 was an hour and 58. So you've got there's 4 hours right there. Why didn't they just make it one big ass epic movie? Because
there's 2 different plots there.
but they made it all at the same time. Back to the Future 2 came out in November of 89 and Back to the Future 3 came out in May of 90. That's how fast the turnaround was because they had those stories in place.
I mean,
They could have made that. They could have made that one great big ass epic movie, but no, they cut it in half. And it's great.
At the same time, just for convenience, though, because they filmed all of whatever. I'm trying to think. Was it Discovery? They filmed all of season 3 and 4 of Discovery.
But they didn't do that. This is the 80s. They didn't do stuff like that back then. But they filmed when they did 2 and 3, Back to the Future 2 and 3. It filmed one right on top of the other because they had that much storyline, and they had that much. They could do it, so they pulled it off. But still, they made it 2 movies.
Where did Batman even fall in the what's this the sequel of or the prequel of? Batman?
This is a new Batman.
This is a brand new Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another one. It's like a new Spider-Man. It's the same.
They filmed both Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions at the same time. They filmed 2. They shot all 3 Lord of the Rings movies at the same time.
Ugh.
Superman 1 and 2 were filmed back to back without a break.
When they were like, "Hey, who wants to go see a 12-hour movie?" Oh, nobody at all. We'll have to split it into 3 parts. And I'm pretty sure the director's
3 shitty movies. It's the same ass movie all 3 times.
Return of the King. I'm almost positive director cut is wicked long, like 8 hours.
It pushes like almost 5 hours.
Yeah, it's up there. I think
I tried to watch it, and it's just so much extra crap that's not needed.
Yes, the original Superman was 212. Superman 2 was 207.
They're still walking.
And then there's this other Superman. It says action, fantasy, musical, sci-fi. An orphan boy is granted superpowers after praying to the god Hanuman. And his name is called Superman. It came out in 1980. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. We might have to. It's a movie that came out. It's from India. So is this part of the Superman canon?
No.
No.
Isn't that Bollywood, right?
Yeah, I don't care
3
about
villains
Bollywood.
murder the parents of a young boy as they prepare for their family's favorite god's festival. The boy prays to the god and is granted the same powers as Superman. 2 decades on, he begins using his power to save lives, defeat villains, and seek his parents' murderers. In his everyday life, he must navigate the waters of romance, family tensions in a liberated society, and his career in the mining industry. Oh my God, how have we not seen this movie?
Is it Superman and Batman? He has the powers of Superman, and he has to go avenge his parents' death. It's like
he gets the powers of Superman. Yeah,
took the 2 stories and mashed them together. Hey, I'll see this movie. I'll go watch this movie. How long is this movie?
It's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
It might be like 15 minutes too long, but
it might be about 2 hours too long.
Oh man, this sounds hilarious.
Here, I'm gonna I'll take a picture of. I'm gonna screenshot who the Superman. You gotta see this guy. And I'll send it in the group.
Bollywood's one good movie.
It might be. Hang on, here it is.
I am
Oh.
on drink number 5. Technically, probably 10 because they're all double shot drinks.
Why
Oh
are
my
we drinking,
God.
Mike?
All right, here we go. I'm gonna put it. I want to do that. I want to put it in the group.
I'm on hit number 3.
Nice.
Here we go.
I'm
There you
on,
go.
about to pass
This is
out my
Indian
chair.
Superman. I put it in the group chat for you.
Oh my God! Shut up.
Why does he look like a Bond villain?
That mustache.
We might have to find this movie.
Can you tweet that out, Chris?
Yeah.
He looks like a Bond villain.
Captain Habibi.
Look at his belt. Look at his 6-pack is actually on the outside. They're just love handles.
Awesome.
Is he wearing like a gold bracelet or something?
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah,
got a
he-
watch.
Yeah, he has a watch on.
It's a Rolex.
Oh my God.
Look at that hair.
Everything
That hair
about
is just
this picture
stylish.
is gold.
This is freaking epic.
Is that his Batmobile or his Superman mobile
It
next
might
to
be a
him?
Superman mobile. We talked about. We need to watch this. We've also, Mikey, you got to come over. Chris, you got to come over. We got a movie we got to watch.
Well, don't
I
get
found
COVID
it.
and we come
I
over.
found it on YouTube, so we can watch it on YouTube. Well, we got to watch it together because it just looks spectacular. It is. Oh shit! Where'd it go?
Excuse me.
Are we gonna watch the next Sedaris movie soon?
Yeah, we need to watch that one and the Legend of the Seven. What is it? The Legend of the Seven versus Dracula. I think it's yes. The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires is what it's called.
Hell yeah.
We got to watch
Speaking
it.
of vampires, I watched Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter today.
That's not a bad
man,
movie.
it's been so long since I watched that.
I
It's on
enjoyed that
Hulu.
movie.
It's on Hulu, Mikey.
Oh, nice.
I started watching it. I saw it. And I was like, you know what? I haven't seen this movie in a while. And I forgot how good it was.
Actually it's an entertaining movie.
You actually learn a little bit about history. Granted, some of it's
Like
not,
he was a
lot of it's-
wrestler. Yeah, right.
A lot of it's not real, but you know what? Anything to get you into history.
And then Abraham Lincoln, or you're like halfway through your English, your history degree, and you're like, wait a minute, Lincoln didn't fight vampires? Oh, I'm switching majors right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You're like
it's-
halfway
and
through
it's
writing your
only
dissertation.
And it's only an hour and 45 minutes long.
Yeah, there you go. It's probably a good movie just because it's like hilarious that Abraham Lincoln is slaughtering vampires for an hour and 45 minutes.
That's a good
I didn't
movie.
watch that. Guess I didn't watch that. And then Ozarks, the new season of Ozark came out.
Never seen
It's
it.
been so long since like season 3 came out. But it's such a
What the hell was
the
that?
It's a
Bungles
great-
actually won.
Jason Bateman is awesome. You said the Bungle? You talking about the playoffs?
Yeah, the Bengals won.
Yep, I had a feeling they'd win.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I
I just think it's
Titans.
funny how like everybody's like Derrick Henry's gonna like show up and he's gonna he hasn't played in
Yeah,
6
he hasn't
weeks or
played in
something. It's like there's no way he could just like come up and be his regular self.
He did.
You know,
He did
I was
fine.
thinking about I was thinking about something because they talked about it how they lost so many games, but you can't count the last game because they didn't play their starters. Their starters did not play for 2 weeks. You can't tell me that that's a bonus for them. That's not a benefit.
And they're at home.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? That's the important. That's why you continue to play your starters.
Yeah.
You keep them
You just have to
warm and
have a-
refreshed, and you keep them on the.
You just have to have like a nice combination of playing. Major, shut the hell up. For playing until X amount of time until you feel like you've warmed your guys up, and then you sit them. Like there's no need to play them the full game if you don't need to win. Then you can just play them for like a quarter or two.
Yeah,
Put
but
'em in their reps,
I think
and then
I
take
think
them
that hurt them today. I mean,
out.
what Fitzpatrick? He had 3 interceptions, right?
Tannehill?
Tannehill
Yeah.
had,
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
3.
Tannehill. Yeah, no, yeah, Tannehill. Yeah,
He
Yeah.
had 3 picks.
Two of
yeah.
them.
I
Two
mean,
of
you
them were
can't tell
tipped,
me
though.
that 2 weeks
From what I
off
heard.
helps their play. It
He
doesn't.
should have taken more sacks. Is the problem, Tannehill?
Like Burrow did. Like Burrow took
Burrow-
9
Burrow
fucking
Burrow
sacks.
took
9
9 sacks
sacks.
for 63 yards, but he only threw 1 pick. Now Bengals have a shittier offensive line than the Titans, but Ryan Tannehill should know it's better to take a sack or throw it out of bounds than to throw a pick.
Well, I think a couple of those were tipped. I mean, that's hard
Yeah.
to control. But
No,
still,
yeah.
his first first throw of the game was an interception.
Because you throw it into coverage. It's not tipped if you're a guy,
Yeah.
unless it's tipped by your own player, then understandable. But you
Right.
shouldn't be throwing it as a veteran quarterback like Tannehill should be.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if the 2-week layoff hurt him.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Because even I've always thought like the bye would hurt teams in the playoff.
Well, that allows your hurt players to rest, and I mean,
You'd be
Great
skipping
teams and great coaches don't get hurt off the bye.
plus if you've got a work ethic in your players and they're not just walking through practice, they're out there. I mean, think about it. Once Peyton Manning knew that it was going to rain on Super Bowl Sunday, he was dipping footballs into a bucket of water and throwing it to the receivers. I mean, it's all about how you prepare too. I mean, that's what it takes. I mean, remember when the Giants had the bye and they went on that trip to whatever, and then they got blown out in the playoff game
Oh yeah, they went to like half their team went to
down to the
Miami
Caribbean.
or whatever. The photo.
No, they went down to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They took
see,
that
that's
lame photo and Odell got burned for
yeah,
it.
they got I mean, that's what happens. You can't just because the season's over, you don't give up. And I think maybe Tennessee might have done that because they were a good team. But you know what? You know what hurt them? Instead of they went for a 2-point conversion instead of a field goal because their first touchdown, they kicked a field goal, but Cincinnati had too many players on the field, so they spotted it like the 3 or 4 yard line or whatever. So they went for the 2-point conversion and missed, and they ended up, they got beat by what? 1, 3?
Yeah, they got beat by 3.
It was
So you're saying if they kicked the field goal, they would have.
It would have been
It would have
17.
been up by 1. Yeah.
I mean, you don't.
Tim, you sound like shit. Tim, you sound like shit.
It sounds like the McDonald's drive-thru. I think
Yeah.
I think a lot of that, like you said,
I'll take a
that
Big
one
Mac.
play. It's like anything. It's like anything. That one play, it changes the whole aspect of how the rest of the game is played. Now they're playing catch up. It would have been 17-16 at that point instead of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they play a little different. But I don't know.
They would have ran the clock a little bit more.
Exactly.
But they were trying to run the clock to at least get the OT, but they threw an interception. So I don't know. And how do you? Fuck it. Who cares? They lost. They played bad.
How much money did you lose, Mikey?
I mean, I lost. I made a bad same game parlay, but I took the under of Joey B's pass yards, which he fucking blew it out of the water, but so it doesn't matter. But I still got their cover. They still covered plus 3.5 or whatnot because they won. But so we'll see what the Niners do. I got them covering, but I don't know if they can do it. They haven't been going down the field at all game, so
I think a lot of people were hoping for a shootout with some of these games, and we just ain't seen it.
Well, they're showing that defense still matters.
Oh, the Niners are covering right now.
What's the score?
3-7. I got them at plus 5.5. Keep it like that. We're good. Keep it like that. We're good.
All right, guys. I think
Oh,
you can catch us at YouTube.
well, hang on. Wait. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second.
Do you have
About
a shower?
no, I
thought?
don't. Well, nobody has a shower thought, but when the season started, let's not forget, I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Did you see how many? I don't understand how many people are listening to our show versus how many aren't. But that particular show, I'm gonna look it up. Our football, when it was football season started, like, it got like 400 and some odd views. I don't know who's watching these. Where's it
Yeah,
at?
I don't know either. I think I had the Cardinals going the distance. I don't
Yeah,
know how far I had them.
670. We had 672 views for that episode,
Nice.
right? And then the 2016 Cowboy went at 40. I don't understand why that many people listen to our episode because it was just about us thinking. But I did pick the Rams to go to the Super Bowl in that episode. So
Hey, it's still alive.
still
I
alive.
think I had the Cardinals going pretty deep. I wanted the Cardinals to go pretty deep. I like Kyler Murray and I like that team, but as we know, they did not show up that last game. So right now, I'd like to see. I don't know. I'd be cool to see the Bengals in the Super Bowl. I don't think they'll make it.
I'd rather see Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. I think Buffalo. I'd like to see Buffalo and Green Bay. That'd be a good game.
Yeah.
That'd be a real good game. Yeah, I hope Buffalo wins tomorrow.
Do we have any shower thoughts?
I think they can win.
Yes, I got one. More people have climbed Mount Everest than have descended it.
I believe that.
It's kind of creepy.
Dopamine is a hidden currency of our society.
What is?
Dopamine.
Happiness is it's a hidden currency.
Yeah.
It says.
Yeah.
Happy endings.
The chemical in our head that makes us happy is a hidden currency in our society.
Well, I can't buy stuff with that currency, so
Yeah.
I can buy happiness because when I buy a race car, diecast Indy car, that makes me happy.
I bought an I mean, I bought an electric skillet today. That's gonna make me happy. I can't wait to make pancakes and French toast and burgers on it.
With the money I got from my parents for my birthday, is contributing to the bronze badge that gets me into the garage area at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in May. That makes me happy. So, is happiness getting me into the garage area, into Gasoline Alley?
Yes.
No.
Because it makes you happy to get there.
It's a result.
You're expecting the dopamine you're gonna get when you walk into the garage.
But I have to. It doesn't help me pay for that bronze badge.
It gives you the motivation to pay for it.
No, it's just the side effect.
Motivation
it's
to
just
work on it.
It's just a side effect. It's like, it's the result. I don't know.
It's like when you take it's like when you take a prescription medication and the side effect is heart attack or
death. All right, bring it. I need it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can hear us, Pod Nerds. Who's Your Nerds podcast? You can hear us on iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, and on YouTube. And you can find us at Pod Nerds on Twitter, and you can also find us on Who's Your Nerds podcast at Facebook. So look us up if you dare.
Tim, you want to do it?
I don't know if I still sound like I'm in Burger King.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Why does he sound like a robot from freaking Star Wars?
That's funny.
You ever wonder who's your nerds?
So look,